2. Hey, everybody. How are you today? Hey, Perry.
What's up, honey? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody?
I've been sitting in this chair for no, I'm no joking. No, I've been sitting in this chair for about 5 hours.
She ain't lying, people. I done did a fantasy draft, research, and everything.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I've been sitting in this chair for about 5 hours. I have been inundated with information. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to get it all. I might have to go back and do a still because it's just so much on all of these cases. We're going to talk about the Joseline Hernadez being arrested. That is just crazy. I'll get to that one. We're going to talk about Lizzo coming out and responding. And whoa, that was a big portion of it, was the Lizzo stuff.
Mhm.
I had somebody just, they wanted to make sure that I got it all in. It's a lot. We're gonna talk about the Carly update. You guys think that the Carly case is over? No. They passed an entire law just to go after her. This is nowhere near over, people. It is nowhere near. Oh, and then we got the crazy aunt, allegedly, because I tried to verify if this truly was the aunt, but it's circling around the internet. We got the crazy aunt basically just told us why Carly did what she did.
Oh my God.
Perry, you're not going to start that today, are you? Oh my, it is so much. And Opinion was supposed to be here, and then she dropped. Oh, what if her phone went dead? She was backstage and everything.
Either Carly found her.
You are messy. It's so much going on. I don't know where to begin. Let's start with the Lizzo case. Woo! It's crazy. I don't even have a picture of Lizzo. Hold on. Oh, she's back. Hey, Opinion. Did your phone go dead?
Yes, it did.
I kind of figured that's what happened. I was telling everybody I am inundated with these next 3 stories that we're supposed to do, that I'm getting ready to do. I was supposed to do a 4th, but I just don't have time. But
it's a lot.
It's insane. So, but we're gonna start with Lizzo. Let's start with Lizzo. Okay, so you guys know. Woo, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. She came out today and gave a response to what was going on. It is so much going on. I don't know where to begin because I got a lot of information. So we all know that yesterday she was not charged, wrong case. She was sued by her ex-dancers, Ariana Davis, Crystal Williams, and Noel Rodriguez. And they basically accused her of all of this stuff. Now, I'm not going to go over these again because I'm going to assume that you guys know. Basically, it was 9 complaints in there. I'll go over that really quick. A hostile work environment, failure to prevent or remedy the situation. They're saying that the captain, her name is, what's it, Sharrell. The captain really was a religious freak that always made dirty jokes. There, I said it. Yeah, so much. So basically, they're accusing her of doing a lot of it. But where Lizzo comes in is that they're saying, we told you all about it. You didn't do anything about it. And plus, remember that time when we went to the red light district? They don't call it that anymore, do they? Red light district?
Yeah, I think so.
And we were at a sex show and a woman put a banana up her hoo-ha and you made us go eat the banana.
Oh, hell
Okay,
no.
Carrie. Remember that too? So you did that, and it was just a hostile work environment. They also said that the captain, I had her name, here it is. Charlene Quigley is a religious nut that tried to push her ways onto them. Also, they were a failure to prevent and or remedy the harassment. They also have a racial harassment in there, a disability discrimination. So the I don't have a picture of them. The girl, one of the girls' name is Ariana Davis, and she's saying that she gets anxiety, like really, really bad, where it's paralyzing.
Hmm.
What? And you have to, huh?
I said, I'm listening to the
Oh,
complaint.
okay. Also, intentional interference with prospective economic assault and false imprisonment. So it's a lot of stuff. And I'm just going to assume that you guys know most of it because it came out yesterday. The girls went on uh, TMZ, which I thought was really, really odd, and said all kinds of things. Like I said, the banana thing, and then how the lady was focused, zeroed in on this one girl who was a virgin, and it's just a lot. But I'm going to go over that later because what I was told today was just insane. Okay, so Lizzo came out and she gave a blanket statement. It really wasn't too touching. Basically, she's saying she's hurt by the allegations. These did not happen. Now, let me tell you the rumors that are going around. Rumors going around are saying that Lizzo acted like these girls were her friends and got really too comfortable with them. And then she changed her mind and said that they're not working hard enough. Now, there's one girl, let me see if I can pull this up. The leader, that's what I'm going to call her. Her name is Crystal Williams. I don't have a picture. You guys know I love my pictures. She was the one that went around talking to other girls, trying to get them all to join in on the lawsuit. So, according to the rumors, Lizzo originally fired two girls, Crystal Williams and Ariana Davis. Remember the name Ariana Davis. The other girl, Noelle Rodriguez, basically was just going with them, down with them because they were her friends. Okay. Now, according to the rumors, Crystal Williams is the one that they have the most evidence on. So they went around yesterday and they went to TMZ and pled their case and things like that, which is really weird because couple things. When you sue someone in Hollywood, no one wants to work with you because they don't want to get tied in. Most of the time, they're not going to rehire you if they know you're too happy. There, to put it in layman's terms. So they've got that thing going against them that's kind of bad. Just to sue somebody, period.
I sent you a picture of Crystal Williams
You did. Thank you.
in your email.
What would I do without this? There she is.
You'll
Okay,
be
so
screwed. You'll be screwed because I wasn't gonna send a picture.
she was the one that was actually became friends with Lizzo. Okay, so here's the thing: you can't get too friendly with the help, Lizzo. So this is your fault too. And she was the one that was really upset when she got fired. She got fired because Lizzo said that they weren't working hard enough. Now, what you can't do is befriend them, right? Make them think that it's okay to
Take days off.
take days off or just talk to you like you're their friends, sexual jokes and stuff like that, and then turn around and then fire them because they're not working hard enough. That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, she was really, really pissed, and she's the one that organized all of it. Now, you guys know yesterday, another person came out and said that she was a dancer and that she agreed with the women, but she wasn't going to sue, but she understands exactly what they're talking about. And yesterday was basically team the victims. Okay, so today, let's talk about today, child. Let's talk about today. What they're basically saying is that Lizzo's lawyer, his name is Marty Singer, basically saying that these are disgruntled employees. They're just upset. And not only are they upset, they're liars. And he's saying every allegation that they have, they could prove was false. And then they released this tape right here. This is Ariana Davis. Now, she said that the work environment was so stressful and they were so fearful of uh, Lizzo, whose real name is Melissa Jefferson. that she soiled her pants during one of the performance. Okay, so the lawyer drops this tape, and this is supposed to be right after the day she said she soiled her pants. And you didn't look sad in here, and you didn't look like it was a hostile environment right here. So let me put this one up. Hold on.
You don't need that job then, if it's come to that.
Huh? You mean
if you get to go through all those measures, you don't need
but
that.
But here's the thing: it's a serious situation, because I was talking to Opinion about it, and she was saying, well, I'll let her speak in a minute. Let's hold this. It's a serious situation, but this is what Mr. Singer released.
Hi, what's up? It's Ariana Davis from season 1 of Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big Girls. I know you're probably thinking, why is she here? What is she doing auditioning for season 2? The short answer is, I'm a singer. And I just want to share that part of me with y'all. I know I've been on tour. I've been working with Lizzo for some months, maybe close to a year now. And it's been so amazing and such a beautiful journey. And she's probably going to be like, girl, what are you doing? But anyway, I figured though I might as well shoot my shot. I mean, I don't think she knows that I can sing. And the biggest thing about me is that I always say this, but dance is my first love and music is my passion. And if I was to be chosen for the cast of season 2 of Watch Out for the Big Girls, I don't know. I just think that it would mean the world to me to share my voice. I think my voice has gone quiet for too long. And I think that I have a story that people need to hear, because I think they can relate to it. And I think it can help change lives and, do what Lizzo's doing. I look up to her so much, and I just want to follow in her footsteps and not only be an amazing dancer, but be an amazing singer and storyteller. I love to write music. I love to sing. And I just want to share that with the Queen Lizzo herself. Yeah. Choose me to be part of the singing group. I know I'm already a dancer, but.
According to Lizzo's attorney, there's a lot more. I guess a lot of this happened when they were taping. And according to him, he has tapes, records, everything to counteract what the women are saying. And not only that, he has evidence, according to him, that shows that this all started with Crystal Williams. And she did start saying these things about Lizzo because she is mad because she got fired.
Okay, this young lady you just showed,
Ariana Davis.
She's not part of the complaint, right?
Yeah, she is a part of the complaint. She's
But
one of
she
the.
just said that she loved it and admired her.
Well, so that's what they're going to say in court.
Okay,
That's what they're going to say. But right now, these are just complaints, initial filings. It might not even go to court. Also, let's see if I can put this out. Hold on. I found it odd yesterday when their attorney, the victims, went on TMZ. That's usually not a place where you go first. I don't think this is just my opinion. I don't think their attorney's any good. I think he just wants, I hate to say this, not clout chasing, just this might be his first big case. He wants a little fame, and I don't think he knows what he's doing. Lizzo's attorney, he's one of the big boys that you don't mess with. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they've got to do. Their attorney can't keep making mistakes like this. Anyway, listen to this tape. This was supposedly the same when she came out. Well, just take a listen to this.
Speaks up because they're so scared for their jobs. I was terrified for my job.
So if there's anything that I can do in my power to ensure that dancers or singers or whoever decides to work with her don't have to go through that same experience, I'm going to do that.
They say now every time she repeats the story, she tears up, but they have a lot of footage of her not tearing up. They even allegedly have footage of the night of the sex show that they went to, and they were all laughing at whatever. This is a mess. This is a mess. This is a money grab. I don't want to say it's a money grab because I want to make sure I don't re-victimize a victim.
Yeah.
But with that being said, these attorneys, they go at each other, and if everything he says is true, that he has evidence to back these things up, you guys better be a little careful. Now, I'm gonna let the CNN, so they did go back on CNN again today, and I'm gonna let their anchor read you the apology. Not apology, I'm sorry. The statement, that's awful, what a mix up, that Lizzo released today. I can't believe I said apology. Okay, here we go.
Well, just moments ago, Lizzo broke her silence on the lawsuit filed against her by 3 of her former dancers who claim they were subjected to a hostile work environment and harassment. The complaint also naming her production company and the captain of her dance team. And it says that the dancers were, quote, exposed to an overtly sexual atmosphere that permeated their workplace, which included outings where nudity and sexuality were a focal point. The suit also alleges, among other things, that Lizzo called out one of the plaintiffs for her weight gain after accusing the dancer of not being committed to her role. Lizzo is known, of course, for her uplifting messages and advocacy for body positivity.
I'm not going to be able to please everybody with my outward appearance. Someone's always going to have a critique. Someone's always going to have some negativity to say about me. So all that matters is what I think about it.
Now, after what had been a notably lengthy silence this morning, Lizzo responded to the lawsuit on Instagram, writing, in part, "The sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. I take my music and my performances seriously because at the end of the day, I only want to put out the best art that represents me and my fans. With passion comes hard work and high standards." Joining us now are the 3 dancers, Crystal Williams, Ariana Davis, and Noel Rodriguez, along with their attorney, Ron Zambrano. Crystal, I want to start with you. The response that you have to the response from Lizzo after the silence for a pretty extended period of time.
Yeah, I want to say that reading it just kind of furthered my like disappointment in regards to the situation, just because the facts are the facts. What we experienced and what we witnessed is absolutely what happened. There's nothing sensationalized about it. So all that I can hope is that people focus more so on the facts rather than the court of public opinion.
Ariana, at what point did you realize that what you were experiencing, what you experienced, was not normal?
It's hard to answer that question because as this was my first professional job, I was told by the dance captain and, just it's this thing in the dance industry that you have to, shut up and, take whatever you get and just be grateful for whatever crumbs you get as a dancer. So a lot of things that were going on, it took me a really long time to figure out that it was wrong. It took me actually until leaving the camp that I figured out that everything that went on was bad, because I just chalked it up to, oh, Lizzo might be a diva, or, this is just the industry. This is what we go through. I mean, I think that I had inklings, like I would be on the phone with my mom all day and be like just complaining about the disrespect and the treatment and the humiliation. I mean, me personally, looking at the response from Lizzo was so disheartening, because she was there. She was there. And to fix your hand to write on a piece of paper that you that you discredit everything we're saying is incredibly frustrating.
Now, that was the one that we just seen
Loving her
that
up.
yeah, that was pumping her up. Yeah. Also, too, you got to be very careful in Hollywood when you start suing people because you may not ever work in that town again. It's very, very brave if what they're saying is true because you get shunned on. Like, oh, they'll sue you if it doesn't go your way. Also, they're saying because this is just a complaint at this time. They said if it does make it to court, that they will countersue. Lizzo will countersue and make them pay their attorney fees. It's really they don't have enough. When you fighting someone with a lot of money like that, and you don't have a lot, almost like the Tasha K Cardi B situation, this thing could really get out of hand, and it could financially bankrupt the victims. Now, I talked to you earlier, opinion, and you believe that this did happen to them, right?
I believe something happened to them. Here's the thing. Usually when you're a bigger girl and the way she was talking, I feel like she's been told all her life, oh, you're not gonna go to that industry, you're not gonna be able to do that. There are skinny girls that's out there doing that. They don't see big plus size girls, they size, being on it. So I'm pretty sure to some level she probably thought, hey, I gotta take it to get to where I wanna be. You know what I'm saying? That may have been her dream, that may have been her passion, and I get it. And everybody's not as here's the thing. We look at people and we say, oh, well, they should have just walked away or they should have just quit. But sometimes
Right.
you're so gung ho on getting to what you need to get to, you're
Mhm.
willing to take that abuse. You're willing to take I don't know how many jobs I sat on for a while and heard people say racist things about me because they thought I wasn't qualified to sit in those rooms with those white people. You know what I'm saying? But it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't, but it happens. Am I gonna quit my job because of it? No, I'm gonna keep on going. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put in the complaints where I have to, but everybody's not gonna be as strong as me. I don't know what her struggle was. I don't even know what her mama told her. But I'm telling you, if somebody was behind her and had told her she was worthy, had got this girl some help, because she may have been suffering with some depression and some anxiety. And when you suffer with that, that in itself will get you down.
And you reminded me, you got to have compassion for the victims. No one will put themselves out there like that. Not saying that.
Especially not a plus size girl because they already fighting against what people see as beautiful or stereotypically the right dancer. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's looking at her like, "Ooh, I want to hire her to be a dancer."
Now, when I first heard this, my mind went the other way because you guys know I'm always in court for a lawsuit. I thought, why would they put their career in jeopardy like that? Why did they complain after you get fired? How if you're a grown woman and if somebody told me to go eat the banana coming out of someone hoo-ha, I'd tell you no. So and that's what the attorneys are going to come after like that. But now that I'm talking to you, I'm kind of torn. Perry, who will put themselves in that situation if it's not true? Are you that mad because you got fired?
Well,
Confusing.
I do believe that people are that mad when they get fired. I can't say what happened in this case, whether it's true or not, but looking at it from the outside, we're not talking about no 15-year-old. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, and I get what opinion is saying about oversized women and stuff like that.
She has a valid point. You got to give her that.
But no, I would get that, right?
Mhm.
But let's not say, I mean, even the thin women who get in these kind of businesses might be faced with the same things. But at the end of the day, for me, I still feel like it's a choice. And I know you can look at it's a lifelong dream to be on stage and do all this.
It is.
As a human, at what cost? Right?
It's
Where
a
are you
choice.
going with that?
Okay,
no,
it's a choice.
okay.
I get what you're saying, Perry. It is a choice. But have you ever been to, like, say for instance, there's adult peer pressure the same way that there's adolescent peer pressure. If you see everybody in the room is doing it, you're gonna be the only one that's not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And then run the risk of losing your dream right then and there. Like, I'm pretty sure that girl was scared, to death. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if I don't do this? Is this when my dream ends here? Like, I'm from the world where I know bad stuff happens to good people. And
But
sometimes
also, two opinion. You gotta
Yeah,
admit.
also there's some bad people that do stuff
Yeah.
to good people. But here's the thing, I just don't think a big girl like that will put herself through the scrutiny of hearing people talk about, because you know what, it's gonna be a lot of slack thrown these people way. And I know they gotta know that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not ready to condemn. I'm not ready to convict them as not being victims yet. Okay,
And
because let me
Perry,
tell
what
you
you're
something.
saying.
If your attorney tell you, here's the thing, Lizzo is a corporation now. Anybody she hires to take a leadership role up under her, she got to handle herself as a corporation. If she can't effectively hire the right people, then she needs to have an HR that's going to be there to protect her. This is her empire that she's crumbling down. And you came out with your blanket statement. You didn't defute none of it. You didn't say, oh, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. You gave us a blanket statement that didn't address none of the issues, but you feel sad.
Yeah, I got
Perry, what are you saying? You're saying they are con artists in Hollywood
you. Well,
all day,
no.
every
Okay,
day.
look, I can take it both ways. Yeah, in the industry, do things happen that way? Yes. In that industry, do people volunteer for stuff that they think is in their best interest? Yes. I am not going to sit here on this panel today to put it on a size. Okay, because that'd be me discriminating. Okay, I'm not going to say because they was this way, it put them in this situation. Any desperate person or any person who wants something gonna either have the morals to do the right thing or not. And the one lady that was in the middle, that was in that thing that spoke second, she said, "Oh, I didn't realize what I was going through until after
I noticed that.
after some time off, after your ass had been fired." Now, the same way we could say that peer pressure could make this happen, where you feel like, well, I did it. But even with peer pressure, who can you blame after you falling for peer pressure? Nobody but yourself, right? Okay, I'm saying with the peer pressure thing, what opinion just said, I could be in a room full and peer pressure get to me, but once I do whatever I did, who can I blame besides myself? You the one chose to do it, right?
That's true. But you have to remember, you have confidence. You ain't never been fat. Ooh, that sounds bad. You ain't never been overweight. And
But
you never had low self.
Okay, but I've been black. So no, I'm simply gonna say anybody can come with any kind of phobia that they may have or some kind of thing that they feel that's holding them down. I'm just saying at the end of the day, I'm not saying who's right or wrong opinion. I don't want you to get me the wrong way. I don't know if Lizzo put them in those situations, but as a person, if you ain't really dealing with a minor, that adult still has some responsibilities. Are you willing to sell your soul for a job? Or could it been, I mean, ain't the first allocation. I mean, because part of me can really look like you enjoyed it until you got fired. But I don't know.
So that's where I think he's going with this. He's saying that every time we see you cry, I'm going to show a video when you were laughing. That might be hard. I don't know. I don't see. For me, y'all know how I am. It would be best to settle this out of court, but right now it's just a complaint. Let's see what happens from here.
And Renee's saying the right thing, and I'll say this: where are the facts? Because at the end of the day, these girls can be 110% right, but when you go to court, we're gonna need some kind of facts. Did you videotape this? Do you got some recordings of her?
Well, they videotaped it and she made them sit in there and go through their iCloud and deleted it. So
okay, so they deleted their evidence, so on their own. Now, at any point,
no, somebody from a production company took their phone and deleted it from their iCloud. They was in the room. That's why you got to hear a prisoner complaining now.
Okay, well,
So,
I mean, but at the end of the day, could that be true? Yes. Could that be false? We don't know. We don't have evidence that it's true. We don't have evidence that it's false. But if you're trying to prove a case, you need to prove it without a reasonable doubt. So it's hearsay, right?
Well, I look at it this way because we have been through these cases before. It's long. That it might not go to court for 3 years. It's what you spend a lot of money. So these women better be sure before they go to court with Lizzo, whose money's way longer than theirs. Just make sure that you're right, because if it's a con, just drop the lawsuit now. Because every time you go to court, people don't understand this. You file the complaint, y'all might not end up in court until 3 or 4 years later. You spend a lot of money in that. And if they're doing it for money, it's not going to go the way that they think. It's a lot involved. Anyway, they're saying that this is just messing up Lizzo's reputation really, really bad. What do I do with that? And all these people are coming out. And just a few minutes ago, another woman came out. Let me see if I can find this. And said that Lizzo is a mean person and she stole her man. No, I'm not joking. Hold on, let me put this out here. Everybody coming out now. I don't know. Hold on, let me put this up here.
With everybody coming out, I'll say this. Like,
well, there are people coming out saying that they agree with the women, and then now a lot of people are coming out saying that Lizzo's not a nice person. But this woman has not been identified. It says a woman goes viral on TikTok after claiming Lizzo stole her man that she was in a 10-year relationship with. Now, I don't know about this. Why didn't you come forward earlier? This is going to be a free for all.
I mean, all that. We could say she's mean and all of it. If you lost your man, Lizzo didn't steal him. He just simply left.
Okay, Perry, I can't.
No. I'm only just saying, like, people who say these things. Look, where there's smoke, sometimes it's typically fire, right? Some of these things that they saying about Lizzo character could be right. I'm only saying, if you want to go to court, you better be able to prove something. Not just how you felt and how your self-esteem was so low. Oh,
Perry. But let me say this. Huh? Lizzo made some mistakes here. She ain't perfect. If she did it, you're a horrible person. If you didn't do it, you cannot befriend your employees to the point where y'all making sex jokes, y'all going to sex shows. What is Lizzo thinking? You can't trust people like that. Your employees are just that. Your employees. Now you got to agree with that one, Perry. That's a no-no. What she did right there.
I would agree with it. That wouldn't be the typical thing you probably should do. Lizzo could have made that mistake, but as an employee, you don't get that feeling with your boss neither. So it's mistakes. No, I'm just simply saying.
Yeah.
Business is business, on both halves, but most of the responsibility would be on Lizzo for doing that. But at the same time, does that mean that she violated them?
It's a mess. It's a mess. Let's just say this is a mess.
And all that crazy shit that's coming up. You know what I'm saying?
If we can, everybody reserve judgment. That's what I'm trying to do. And you made me realize that opinion. Don't start judging people. Just say what happened, and everybody just wait for more facts to come in. And better yet, wait till the case goes to court. But it's not going to be anytime soon. These things can get dragged out so long, it's not even funny. Thank you, Jewel, for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Okay, now let's move on to Joseline Hernadez.
Let's finish this stuff with her. Right? Oh, and I would say this, like, I get it. These girls coming out, it could be true, right? But most of them would say on many occasions, she had us do this. She had us do that. At what point did you, for yourself, not want to do the things? Okay, I'm just saying this. Now, Lizzo got her personality. I heard things that, she's a little out there, right?
Oh, Perry, go ahead.
No. When I say out there, like, just like a little freakish things, like 20 balls and things. Things like that, right? But sometimes if you got people rolling with you, they sort of embrace those same things. Now, at one point when they was in the red light district, they had a clue that they was walking into a strip joint or a freak show by the pictures outside, the dim lights and the red light beaming and the sex music playing. You know what I'm saying? They had an idea. And if you didn't at that point, when she told you to go up there and chew on a banana that you didn't want to chew on, your ass should have said, "Oh, hell no." And y'all gonna act like Lizzo is some what I want to say, like Art Kelly.
I can't. Perry, look, you have to everybody's innocent in a court of law, and you are coming way too harsh on these women.
No. I'm saying at this, okay, even if Lizzo did these things, it would be wrong.
Right.
What I'm saying is, but as an adult, they still have some responsibility. At not one point that somebody said they was held at.
Perry, there are people that have
things.
low self-esteem and really fear other people. I think you forgot because you got a lot of self-esteem. You forgot. You forgot what that's like because you've been have a lot of confidence for a long time. But some of these women, especially if you're bigger in size, they really can't. Okay, go ahead.
Is it somebody else's fault you got low self-esteem?
I can't.
If you take a person with low self-esteem and they decide to shoot out in the middle of traffic and got hit, is it the person driving fault?
Perry, we've been arguing for almost 40 minutes. I got to move on.
Yeah,
okay,
let's go on.
Thank you, opinion, for reminding us that take things slow. Take it slow.
All right. I take it slow. Yeah,
I think there's gonna be a lot coming out in this case. Let me tell you something. I think Lizzo got caught into it because it's mainly her company. Because most of the complaints was not against her. Most of them was towards the director, the dance teacher, whatever.
Charlene Quigley, that's her name. Yeah.
And something about them Shirleys and Shirleys, baby, ain't none of them right.
Y'all are messy. I'm trying to proceed with caution because everybody's innocent until proven guilty. Now I got to move on. We got to move on because I didn't know Perry was gonna find his inner voice during the Lizzo. All right, let's move on to Joseline Hernadez. Okay, so it's being reported today that Joseline is charged with 2 felonies for hitting police officers, right? And I don't have the tape, but I had it on my first one. If you go over to my stills section, not the fight. This is how she was acting when the cops tried to arrest her. She was acting really like she was on some kind of substance. She was cussing everybody out, including what's the name, Ballistic. It was a mess. I didn't have time to download it. Go over to my still videos, and I think it's like the second to the last video. She was acting like she was on something. But still, they charged her with 4 misdemeanors, okay, of battery, 4 different counts of battery they charged her with. Now, today, this happened on Tuesday, and the court papers are saying this week they have gone back, and now they have they still have those misdemeanors, but they've added 2 felonies to it. Let me play this really quickly so you could just see her in court, and then we got to get to these rumors because this is cray. Here we go.
Her to the state of Florida for bond recommendation and or recommendation. I'm going to release her on her own reconnaissance by agreement of the parties on 2 and 3. She'll be released on her own reconnaissance by agreement of the parties. All previous special terms and conditions that were ordered on June 13, 2023 will remain in full force and effect. But she went to custody because it's in a file for a felony. They got a book on it.
The previous time we was for the felony.
These 2 add charges, 2 and 3, 2 new felonies. They got a book on it. At least that's what I'm being told by the sheriff's office. In order for her to be served with the papers, because she has been add charged on 2 felonies, they have to book her on those felonies. They got to take her prints just as they would any other felony to make sure that she's not able to come back, or a clever lawyer like yourself, very wise, can't come back and say, my client was never booked on charges. You understand what I'm saying? So BRR should be a quick turnaround, but they do have to take into custody, man. You understand that? Now, all previous, she's remanded in custody of the Broward Sheriff's Office to be served with this case of support. She is released on her own reconnaissance on 2 and 3. All previous special terms and conditions ordered on June 13, 2023 shall remain in full force and effect.
So this judge was very, very firm. He made it awfully clear that they wanted her arrested. They had to book her. He said, we're going to treat her like we do any other felon. They called her a felon. Okay. And I thought, well, this is kind of weird. Why didn't you charge her the night that you arrested her and booked her and put her in jail? The rumors are that someone went they released the tape. They released the tape of what happened that night. Someone went back to the police station and said, she just committed a crime. She hit you in this video. Now, who would do that? Do you think it's somebody on the show? Do you think it's Big Lux?
I'm not sure. It could be almost anybody who's not feeling Joseline, you know?
Well, Joseline's in some serious trouble now. Now they're felonies. Now you're looking at jail time. Now we all know allegedly she has a bad drug problem. No, she admitted it. No, well, she said she was off. She's not off. She has a bad drug problem. Unfortunately, that night, if you were asking me, this is my opinion, if she was on something, she was like a wild, crazy animal. I don't want to be disrespectful, but Joseline's definitely on something. She's looking at jail time. I heard when they put you in there and you're on something, you go through detox. This is not good for Joseline. At the same time, she's still Zeus' #1 rated show. But it looks like she's going to jail. Period. They're felons. They're felons. That's not. And then that'll be on your record if you get found guilty for the rest of your life.
Right.
She really messed up. She had been trying to get off the drugs, according to the rumors. She tried and then she relapsed. She tried and then she relapsed. She could be messing up her entire life. And to make matters worse, it very well could have been, what's the girl's name? Big Lux, whatever. Yeah. Somebody could have really went after her, and that's dirty to get her in jail because you that damn man. Opinion, do you feel a little sympathy for Joseline?
No. Not at all. Here's the thing. Joseline done got away with it so long. She feel like she can do anything she want to do. They let her run amok on that doggone Zeus network, and she running amok in the streets. Somebody got, at one point, just like Perry said with Lizzo, at some point you got to be an adult and take your own consequences. Like, her stuff is just being taped. It's different. We able to see her acting a fool.
It was pretty bad. Now, Perry, come on. I know if you didn't feel no compassion for the other women, Joseline is a victim of her own decision.
Oh, okay. You confused me when you said she's a victim
of her own decisions.
Victimize people.
She victimizes people. And but let me say this: she comes from that world of stripping.
I don't give a damn. She could have came from the White House. I wouldn't give a damn.
Drugs comes with that life. Not all of them, but a lot of those strippers are strung out on drugs. They're dealing with pimps. That's the underworld that she's dealing with. And so, because she's really is mimicking a pimp, the way she acts on the show. But you get to, she's been doing that since she was 13, stripping since she was 13. And she's caught up in that world. And it's hard to get out.
Right.
No sympathy.
None, because even, we can go with all the sad shit and be like, oh, in that environment, bath salt all over the place and this and that, and she was stripping at 13. Even a stripper at 13.
Yeah.
Most of them now, if you want to give them credit for having to live that life, let's give them credit for having more street smarts. A stripper at 13 is probably more street smart, and they know right from wrong. Joseline, no. Joseline.
Well, I'm talking about the part that you have sympathy for is you're trying to get off the drugs.
I have no sympathy for none of it.
Okay.
Is what I'm trying to say. Zero. Because, as a minor, sympathy would be there. But once you become an adult and you don't made the means where you don't have to strip, you don't made enough means you ain't got to be out here snorting everything that blows. Right? It's on you. Right. She don't want to change.
Well, no, it's very hard. It's very hard when you're.
I get it. People don't, it's hard to stop smoking. But when they die of cancer, that's on them. Let's keep it there.
And there's always rehab. She could have checked herself into rehab if she was really trying.
And had the money to.
Yeah, y'all right. Well, anyway, Joseline is in some deep trouble now. I'm pretty sure she posted bond. They gave her that option, but she's in trouble, and I don't know what Zeus is gonna do with their hit show. This is a mess. And that night, I wish I would have downloaded the video. She was like in a trance. She was just beating up the cops, hitting on ballistic, beat the one girl's butt. What was her name? Big Legs, beat up somebody else. She was just her eyes were bulged, and she was under the influence of something, huh?
She was acting like Scarface, and you know he was on something.
And I'm surprised that they didn't book her that day for being under the influence, but they were going to let it go as misdemeanors. Somebody, according to the rumors, went back and said, she did this and this and this. I'm surprised they didn't. I don't even think they drug tested her that day. She was out the next day, and she's in trouble now, Joseline. So, girl, she's got a daughter. I know Perry's gonna say she had a daughter before, but it's that's it. Someone, thank you, Niecy. Wait, Niecy, Big Lex. She was in a Lex. I don't know if I'm saying. She was in a craze, and I feel a little bit bad for Joseline because to be that addicted is just that's no life.
No, it's a sad thing to see. But you can't condone it.
I'm not condoning it.
Oh no. I'm just saying. That's it.
Harry, you about to get on my nerves today.
Because let Joseline get on her stuff because she's that's her environment and break in your house and steal something and see how you feel about it.
You are messy. All right, let's move on, child. This is crazy. Let's move on. Where my picture at? To the Carly Russell case. Let me put up my picture. Now, every time I say I'm tired of this case, it's getting on my nerve. Opinion calls, and it gets back interesting again. Because we all know, well, I feel something that she's lying. Well, she admitted to lying, and I feel like she should have got more charges. I also feel that the parents are in on it, and it's just a lot. So, after talking to Opinion, all this information came from Opinion. She's on it. She's been sending me videos and everything. So let me explain what's going on really quickly. They have proposed a law. Is that how I say it? Drafted a law. I don't know.
Yeah, they done drafted it. They just waiting for a session to open up.
Go ahead. Explain what they're doing, because child, this is crazy.
Okay, so the state legislators and other legislators have all gotten together, and they're making it almost like a hate crime, but it wouldn't be a hate crime. It would be a felony to file a false police report on anything that could be violent, like kidnapping, somebody hitting you, any of that stuff that they have to do a lot of extensive police stuff for. They're going to make it a felony to file those kind of charges. They're waiting on the state session to come about so they can pass the bill. Once the bill is passed, then they can add this extension onto her charges, along with other charges.
Would it be an overreach if I said they created a law specifically to go back and get Carly's ass?
Well, that's exactly what they did. But the thing about it is that they're gonna run into is that they've already charged her. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna add that in with the bill too, because they are working with these Republican legislators that feel like this is not enough. Even if she got the max, her max would be 2 years, and she could be out as early as 9 months.
Woo! They're going after her, and they're not playing. They are not playing with her. Let me go ahead and play this really quickly, and just a snippet of what was reported on the news. And again, thank you so much. This is gonna be crazy, ain't it? They not stopping. They're not stopping at all.
Hoax is now the catalyst for potential legislative action. As you know, Senator April Weaver is introducing a new bill in the next legislative session that creates a felony crime for faking an abduction.
As you know, for some 49 hours, there was great fear that Carly Russell had been kidnapped, but we would learn by her own admission it was all made up. Carly Russell now faces 2 misdemeanor charges that critics have said are too lenient. In his first interview since that news conference announcing those charges, the police chief of Hoover, Nick Durzis, joins us in studio this morning. Chief, good morning.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
First of all, your reaction to how quickly some of the state legislators have jumped on your thoughts at that news conference saying these charges should be tougher on Carly Russell.
Well, I think not only the legislators here, but people around the country have emailed literally that day to say, I can't believe that that's all the penalty would be. I heard from several legislators on Friday within hours of that press conference. So it makes us feel good that the general public does think that this is a little ridiculous when you consider those 49 hours that she was gone and all the expense and local and state and federal law enforcement officials that were looking for, and thank goodness we were able to make that she made it home safe, that it would be like someone going out and shoplifting less than $500 worth of merchandise. It's the same penalties. And I think when people see that there's got to be some sort of enhancement, that when you fake a kidnapping or some type of violent crime, there's got to be additional penalties for it.
Now, I got to get to the best part. So that's crazy. They're going after her and they're not giving up. Okay, there's been this tape circling the internet. You guys, please don't forget to hit that like button. Hit the like button of allegedly Carly's aunt. Now, I can't verify it. Laying out what she thinks happened that day. This is just a mess. Let me go ahead and play this.
All we can do is pray. I already told y'all, pray for people. That's all we can do. I know a lot of y'all, some of y'all feel dumb. Some of y'all feel like, it is what it is, like I feel. It is what it is. I'm gonna tell you like this though, I'm police. They gonna find out stuff. I tell you, technology is good. All I can say, I wish, you can tell my girl, she gotta learn. See, she ain't never did no crimes. Carly ain't never been no trouble like that. Carly don't know how to get away with stuff. Baby, Carly would've knew me. Carly, you wouldn't have had to do all that, baby. Come on over here and do what you gonna do, Carly. Get your whole bag. I would've packed my bag in front of everybody. I'm finna do what I'm finna do. But I don't know what my niece was going through. My niece was looking up stuff. Y'all. My niece was ready to get the hell on, honey. Niece, you could have called Auntie and I would have told you how to get away. You could have helped you out. You looking up all this taking and that ain't how you do it, baby. You just, all you had to do, whatever the plan was, Nee, just pack your whole bag and go. 25 years old. Now you done put yourself in something that's gonna be hard to get out of, baby. And I would have packed my stuff in front of my mama now. I don't know, And I know a lot of parents be ashamed. We don't, they don't want that on them because it's their child. But baby, sometimes the best way I would have did that for my child, I would have played like, baby, my child is insanity, something wrong. If you gonna instead of making a fool and helping them, she was taken, baby. We gonna get this story together, baby, because you finna go to jail. You better tell the bitch you had schizophrenic and you seeing stuff and all that there, honey. You better get right, Carly. You eat your dookie. And you ain't gonna do that much time, Carly, but it's just hard. A lot of people gonna look at you different. Then you got some people that ain't gonna judge at all. But you gotta definitely blend stuff right, baby. All that cash register, Carly, you could have would have sold some of that coochie.
Okay, so remember I said I couldn't confirm it. So
Yeah.
people in the chat are saying that this is a comedian.
It's not
Thank
God. Thank God. Yes. I mean, if that was truly her aunt, she was adamant. Carly, that's all you had to do is no meat. That's all you had to do is pack those bags, girl, right in front of your mama. It don't matter, and just go off. Don't worry about it. If you had money problems, just spread those legs.
She said that.
And use her back room and she just throw her a couple of dollars. I was like,
Yeah.
When we were like, I was like, this can't be her aunt
I know.
because she said, you could have sold your coochie."
Yeah, no, I'm thinking it can't be the aunt the way she was sitting there. Mhm.
But it's going around the internet.
That's all she
Everybody's
needs to do is know me. That's all she needs to know. I'll pack my bags right in front of it. Get money running dry. Just tell that coochie.
Thank God, because I was saying she on her way to jail for real. That is a hot ass mess. It's circling the internet, and they're saying this is her aunt, and this is what she said. But no aunt would just say stuff like that, and you're under an investigation. I'm glad that that's comedic relief. But I mean, that's what you guys are saying, that it's a comedian. I'm glad. I hope it is, because that's just a mess. But the situation is not comedic, funny at all. She's in trouble, and they're going to get her. And I worry, because they want her so bad, they might at this point, they're going to throw the book at her. That's what I think. But anyway,
even with that, Sharrell, at this point, they can give her up to 2 years. I don't think she really need more than 2 years. I get it. They mad because, she ain't apologized. Everybody's so upset in the city. They tired of being called racist and all everything like that. But the new rule will be okay for the future things. But I don't think you can retroact that whole thing to go back to that. 2 years would be enough.
That's what. Okay. Yeah.
Basically, just give her a little bit more. Like, I mean, basically give her up to the 2 years. If that's what you want to do, that's on the books already.
So listen to this super chat opinion. They said that law shouldn't legally be retroactive. Are they going back in history for everyone? They are going too far. Maybe Supreme Court, here we come. So do me a favor, opinion. See if they're going to go back. And you know what I mean? Like, okay.
I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Like I said, they waiting for session because now it's other states that's also involved in it. Like it's other state legislators that's involved. They ready to pass it in the White House. I mean, in Congress. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep an eye on it because, like I said, it is wrong to go back and now you done charged her and add more charges to it. But it's a mess.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's like almost, you should have just waited for this law to get passed first before you charge her then. Like, don't charge her and then add more charges to it. Now, if they find out she did something else, like wherever she was them 49 hours, because they still searching on that too. When they find out that, they're gonna probably add charges for that too. And like I said, I think if she came on out and said it when she first got back, instead of playing games with them. But they played games with them even after the parents, they called the parents 3 times and told the parents, like, look, her story ain't making sense. We found this, and this, and you still talking about something. No, it's an adult out there. They like, okay, you playing with us. We can play this game back with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't gonna just let you put egg on their face.
But you also said now that the case is in the state. Whose hands is it in?
Yeah. Now that this is the thing. Hoover was supposed to, once that case got turned back over to them, it should have went to Hoover Municipal Court. But because they're a smaller individual city from the Jefferson County area, Birmingham area, whatever you want to call it, they don't want to handle it in their court. They don't have enough.
So they gave it to who? They gave it to
the state attorney general.
This is a mess. They're going to overpunish.
And for the state attorney general to take on a misdemeanor sounds weird.
Crazy. They're getting ready to overpunish, and it's going to be a mess. All right, you guys. I'm not taking any calls today. I will tomorrow. I had a lot more cases to talk about, but I only have that hour. I'm going to take calls tomorrow, and we can go at it. So thank you for everything. Opinion, will you join us tomorrow?
Of course. I told you I'm finna check into getting this doggone press badge so I can figure out how to get all the scoop.
There you go. All right, everybody. Perry, any last words? We got 1 minute.
Well, I mean, and I act like one of Lizzo dancers, and I let the peer pressure get to me, and I'll join you tomorrow also.
Not the peer pressure.
On 3, y'all. Let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
A hot mess.